Good morning. The City of Boston Zoning Board of Appeal hearing for September 23rd, 2025 is now in session. This hearing is being conducted in accordance with the applicable provisions of the open meeting law, including the updated provisions enacted by the legislature this year. The new law allows the board to continue its practice of holding virtual hearings through June 2027. This hearing of the board is being held remotely via the Zoom webinar event platform and is also being live streamed. In order to ensure this hearing of the board is open to the public, members of the public may access this hearing through telephone and video conferencing. The information for connecting to this hearing is listed on today's hearing agenda, which is posted on the public notices page of the city's website, boston.gov. Members of the public will enter the virtual hearing as attendees, which means you will not see yourself on the screen and you will be muted throughout unless administratively unmuted when asked to comment. Board members, applicants, and their attorneys or representatives will participate in the hearing as panelists, and they will appear alongside the presentation materials when speaking. Panelists are strongly encouraged to keep video on while presenting to the board. If you wish to comment on an appeal, please click the raise hand button along the bottom of your screen in the Zoom webinar platform. Click it again and your hand should go down. When the host sees your hand, you will receive a request to unmute yourself. Select yes and you should be able to talk. If you are connected to the hearing by telephone, please press *9 to raise and lower your hand. You must press *6 to unmute yourself after you receive the request from the host. Those called upon to comment will be asked to state their name and address first, and then can provide their comment. In the interest of time, and to ensure that you have enough time to do so, please raise your hand as soon as Mr. Stenbridge reads the address into the record. Do not raise your hand before the relevant address is called, or the meeting host will not know to call on you at the appropriate time. Mr. Stenbridge.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. Mr. Valencia.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. Ms. Wewell.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. Mr. Langham.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. Mr. Collins.
Morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. Ms. Panado.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Present.
Good morning. The floor is yours, Mr. Stenbridge.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We'll begin today with the approval of the hearing minutes scheduled for 9:30. These minutes were from September 9th of this year. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes.
May I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge.
Yes.
Mr. Valencia.
Yes.
Ms. Wewell.
Yes.
Mr. Langham.
Yes.
Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Panado.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Next, we have the extension scheduled for 9:30. There are 6 cases this morning. They all appear to be reasonable. I'll read them through and then take a vote, make a motion to take a vote on. First, we have case BOA 102-4177 with the address of 259 Quincy Street. Next, we have case BOA 948-370 with the address of 768 to 772 Tremont Street. Next, we have case BOA 146-2119 with the address of 1742 to 1748 Dorchester Avenue. Next, we have case BOA 874-954 with the address of 303 to 305 Bennington Street. Next, we have case BOA 148-6207 with the address of 28 Clifton Street. And finally, for the extensions, we have case BOA 150-1503 with the address of 30 Clifton Street. Those are the extensions for today. If you have any questions, you can direct them to Madam Chair.
Thank you. If there are no questions from the board, may I have a motion to grant the extensions as requested?
I make a motion to grant the extensions as requested.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge.
Yes.
Mr. Valencia,
Yes.
Ms. Wewell,
Yes.
Mr. Langham,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Panado.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Next, we have two groundwater conservation overlay district cases scheduled for 9:30 a.m. The first is case BOA 1731788 with the address of 105A to 107 Beach Street. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, will they please explain to the board?
Good morning, everyone. This is Philip Sema from Balance Architects, and I'm the architect for the project that will answer any questions about the building. It's an existing 5-story commercial building with the intent to convert the top 2 floors into residential units, a total of 6 units, so 3 units per floor. We are in a GCOD district, and as such, we are making a groundwater infiltration chamber in the basement for the project. That should have been with the application, the design of that. The basement floor, second floor, first floor, and third floor are not being touched. The building owner, which is Language Studies International, is currently in the entire building. They'll be scaling down their operations to just remain on the second and third floor while those fourth and fifth floors are converted to residential units.
Any questions from the board? May I have a motion? Oh, sorry, Mr. Simonelli.
Yes, Madam Chair, good morning, members of the board, Christian Simonelli, Boston Groundwater Trust, and we have both GCOD letters from the applicant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Mr. Valencia,
Yes.
Ms. Wewell,
Yes.
Mr. Langham,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Panado.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion carries. Good luck.
Second GCOD case is case BOA 1753976 with the address of 12 Post Office Square. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, would they please explain to the board?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Stenbridge. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is George Moranci. I'm an attorney with the business address of 350 West Broadway in South Boston. This is an application under the Mayor's Office to Residential Conversion Program. It is an Article 80 matter with respect to 2 adjoining 6-story buildings located at 12 Post Office Square and 10 Liberty Square, and conversion of those buildings from their present occupancies of basement and ground floor retail and commercial uses and upper-story offices to basement and ground floor retail and commercial uses with 70 new dwelling units on floors 2 through 6 with approximately 2,000 square feet of residential amenity space. Of the 70 residential units, 55 will be studios, 15 will be 1-bedroom units. There will be 12 inclusionary zoning IZ affordable units offered at 60% AMI. This matter was approved by the BBDA Board of Directors on June 12, 2025, and I believe Mr. Simonelli will testify that he has both required letters.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Mr. Simonelli?
Madam Chair, members of the board, Christian Simonelli, Boston Groundwater Trust, and we do have both GCOD letters from the applicant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge,
Yes.
Mr. Valencia,
Yes.
Ms. Wewell,
Yes.
Mr. Langham,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Panado.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion carries.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Next, we have 2 building code cases scheduled for 9:30 a.m. The first is case BOA 1763157 with the address of 94 Mount Vernon Street. The applicant and/or their representative present, they please explain the case to the board.
Jesus, do you see anyone?
Is there anyone present for 9:30?
Sorry, let me see if it's other person.
Hello?
Yeah, John Moran.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
I'm sorry. Good morning, Madam Chair. John Moran, Alpine Advisory Services, with the mailing address of 130 Beach Road, Orleans. We are here today to seek a variance from the building code requirement that access to the proposed roof deck be provided by a penthouse. The property is located within the historic Beacon Hill Landmarks District. The appellant seeks to construct a roof deck which has been cut into the roof, recessed, and as designed is, as a matter of right under the zoning code, permitted. And if egress is required by a penthouse, the deck assembly would require a variance which would alter the roof and street profile in the historic district. Appellant went through a very rigorous multi-meeting landmarks process, resulting in redesigning the proposed roof deck by recessing it to minimize its visibility. As designed, it is not visible from Mount Vernon Street, and there is a long vista view from Pinckney Street. It is clear from proceedings before the landmarks that landmarks would not approve a head house, thus denying the reasonable use and occupancy of the building. The approval of roof hatch access is a common means of approved access to roof decks throughout the city. Locus is accredited as being of historic significance by the Secretary of Interior, the Massachusetts Historic Commission, and Boston Landmarks. Hatch accessibility would be a compliance alternative under Section 3412. The renovated building is fully sprinkled. No hazard to the occupants of the building would be presented by granting of the variance. The building would remain totally within all firefighting equipment and safety vehicles. All construction material conform to new construction standards. For the above reasons, applicant respectfully requests the variance.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board? Hearing none, is there public testimony?
Madam Chair, we don't have any hands raised at the moment.
Okay, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panato?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 173-1962 with the address of 79 Appleton Street. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, would they please explain to the board?
Yes, hello, it's Marcus Springer, Springer Architects, 46 Waltham Street, Courtyard 1, Boston, Mass. 02118. The variance we are seeking is to allow access to a roof deck through an existing hatch and areaway. The roof deck existed since 1986. You can see here on the plot plan. The previous owner removed the roof deck to replace the roof and did not reinstate the roof deck. The new owner seeks to reinstate the roof deck in its previous position. We had a meeting with Landmarks and on-site as well as virtually, and they have given us a certificate of approval. You can see the existing hatch there on the plan that we would like to use. That's it.
Questions from the board? Okay. Hearing none. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panato?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, we go to the recommendation scheduled for 9:30 a.m. From this recent subcommittee meeting. There are 9 cases that were heard. All were approved. I'll go through them. If there's any questions, we can ask Madam Chair at the end and then move on from there. First is case BOA 173-3263 with the address of 8 Auburn Street. Case was approved with the proviso that the planning department review for balcony and roof deck. Next, we have case BOA 174-8995 with the address of 16 Chestnut Street, which was approved with planning department design review. Next, we have case BOA 170-8871 with the address of 23 to 29 School Street, which was approved. Case BOA 175-9808 with the address of 120 to 126 Emerson Street, which was approved. Case BOA 175-9568 with the address of 1621 to 1631 Bluehill Avenue was approved. Case BOA 169-6233 with the address of 417 to 423 C West Broadway was approved. Next, we have case BOA 1744521 with the address of 8 Grandfield Avenue was approved. Case BOA 1708710 with the address of 109 Clements Avenue. And finally, case BOA 1708481 with the address of 45A Oriole Street was approved. And those were the recommendations from subcommittee meeting.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve all the recommendations from the subcommittee.
Is there a
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yeah.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Next, we'll move on to the hearing scheduled for 9:30 a.m. At this time, we will ask if there are any requests for withdrawals or deferrals from the 9:30 hearings.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Eileen Rosa from Rosa Design and Construction. We're here to request a deferral for 122 Wood Ave.
So for that, there are 2 companion cases with that. So first is case BOA 1690859 with the address of 122 Wood Avenue. Along with that, we have case BOA 1690861, also with the address of 122 Wood Avenue. Would you please explain to the board?
Yeah, we are currently reviewing the site plan to potentially propose parking spaces within the property.
How much time do you think you need?
We haven't, we're in the process of reviewing the plot plan now, so if you could, I'm not quite sure when is the next hearing.
18.
November 18th.
18.
November 18th.
And Chair, the next available hearing we'll have, that will be November 18th.
I believe that's gonna work.
Okay, with that, may I have a motion?
Motion to defer till November the 18th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yeah.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell,
Yes.
Mr. Langham,
Yes.
Mr. Collins,
Yes.
Ms. Pinato.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. See you then.
Thank you.
Next,
Ms. Nunez?
Hi, this is Arisleida Avera. Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. I am referring to 12 Perkins Avenue in Hyde Park. We would like to request a deferral for the next meeting in November 18.
so that would be for case BOA 1709737
Yes.
with the address of 12 Perkins Avenue.
Yes.
And you're requesting a deferral until
The next meeting.
Can you
October 20th.
elaborate?
actually, we have a note that there would be,
You know, re-advertise it.
after being re-advertised, it could be heard on October 28th.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
So with that, I'll make a motion that we defer until, for this case, until October 28th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yeah.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Pinato?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Thank you.
I'm not sure there's someone here for the next case, but we've been notified that it has to be re-advertised, I believe, so it will be deferred, and that will be for case BOA 1709737 with the ad.
She was just on her.
Okay, so we took care of that already. There are no more requests for withdrawals or deferrals. Next, we have case BOA 171-11310 with the address of 131 the Ponce Valley Parkway. If the applicants and/or their representative are present, would they please explain to the board?
Okay, good morning, board. My name is Joseph Luna. I'm the principal of Luna Design Group Architects. We are representing the owner for this project. I want to first start, this is not the first time that you have seen this project. The project was approved in 2022 on the 5th of July, prior BOA number 1285851. Where it was granted variances for the use, which is a 2F zone, and we are putting 4 units here, and it was granted relief for insufficient open space per unit. The owner of that project had basically transferred the development rights over to the new developer, and we are proposing essentially the same thing, but with 2 modifications. The required height for the building in terms of stories is 2.5. The maximum height is 35 feet. It is our intention to take that half story and use it into a full story for the addition of 2 more bedrooms. The original proposal had 4 2-bedroom units. Our intention is to have 4 units on the exact same footprint within the maximum 35 height requirements, but we are putting 3 bedrooms on the ground floor units, and then the upper 2 floors will be turned into 4 unit bedrooms, 4 bedroom units, excuse me, maximizing the volume of the space inside that half story and converting that into a full floor. And you can see here, this is now the 3rd floor. Again, we have not changed the footprint or the number of units or exceeded the height requirements. We did change the architecture of the building, so it's a more contemporary style building. which we feel is more in context with what the developer wants to bring to this project in terms of a new development team. So we are asking for relief for the original 2 on the open space and the prohibited use, but also looking for zoning relief for the increase in the FAR for the upper floor and going from an allowable 2.5 stories to 3 stories. Be happy to answer any questions from the board.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and members of the board, for the record, my name is Jeremy Bembury. I am the Hyde Park Community Engagement Specialist for the Office of Neighborhood Services. The applicant has completed the community process, which consisted of an abutters meeting facilitated on June 25th, very lightly attended with only 1 abutter and 2 civic leaders in attendance. During the meeting, no stances were voiced and all inquiries were addressed satisfactorily during the meeting. Next, the proposal was presented to Reedville Watch Civic Association, where they voted in support of the proposal. Our office did receive 1 letter of concern for the appearance of the building and being out of character for the neighborhood. Thank you for your time, and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services would like to defer to the board for their judgment.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
With that, may I have a motion?
Motion of approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have case BOA 173-4311 with the address of 150 Woodrow Avenue. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, would they please explain the case to the board?
Do we have any raised hands?
I just promoted 2 people, Justin or Sam. I'm not sure if this is your case.
Good morning, I'm Jermaine White, the owner for 150 Woodrow Avenue. The contractor should be here on the line. I was speaking to him earlier, so he should be on the line to give you a better explanation of our construction project. But I can give you a little scenario of what my project is going to be like. What happens to my house is a 2-family unit, and I have a few grown kids which are becoming adults or which are adults, and what I'm looking for is an extension on my house with the dormers, so I can put the kids up there so they grow up in the city so they can be workers of the city. For example, they want to be like police officers, so to be a police officer in the city of Boston, you have to be living in the city of Boston. So what I'm asking for is that permission to give me the opportunity so the kids can born in the community, raised in the community, and work in the community. Also, I went to the community board and was also approved. But I would say, like, if you have any construction question, the contractor is here also. So I think he got cut off someplace along the line. So I will give him a few seconds for him to comment if you have construction questions. But what I can tell you, we were all approved by the whole neighborhood, and this project would be looking like the house similar, because I went around before I even started the plans on the construction of this building to speak to the community, and I tell them what I was going to do, so they approved it. Then we went back to the board and it was approved by the board also.
Thank you.
So I will give the contractor a few seconds because I did not hear he answer.
Let me see if there are questions from the board. Are there questions from the board? Hearing none, let's have public testimony.
Madam Chair and members of the board, for the record, my name is Jeremy Bembury. I am the Mattapan Community Engagement Specialist for the Office of Neighborhood Services. The applicant has completed the community process, which consisted of an abutters meeting facilitated on June 25th. Although lightly attended, many abutters voiced support for the proposal and the family remaining in the neighborhood. Direct abutters who are also supporters also voiced they do not have a parking issue or concern on the street parking, citing the refusal or the violation of parking. Next, the proposal was presented to Franklin South Neighborhood Association, where they voted in opposition to the proposal. Thank you for your time, and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services would like to defer to the board for their judgment.
Mr. Bembry, do you have insight as to why there was the opposition?
I believe I do have access to that, ma'am.
In the meantime, any other raised hands?
I think, Mary Lang, I'm not sure if you want to speak on behalf of this project. This is your opportunity.
This was for 122 Wood Avenue.
That has been deferred until November 18th.
Oh, we didn't get that notice.
That happened this morning. Mr. Bembry?
So I guess.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize for the delay. So it appears that during the meeting, a few abutters, a few guests did voice support, but the neighborhood association did not support it. The nature of their opposition was not noted.
Okay. Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1753091 with the address of 228 Bowden Street. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, would they please explain to the board?
Yes, Mr. Stenbridge. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Derek Small. I have a business address of 51 Dobson Road, and with me today is the owner of the site, Mr. Gary Webster Sr., and our architects are from Stack & Co., Catriel Tullian, Jan Fugere, and Colin Booth. Today, we are here seeking relief for our mixed-use development project consisting of 22 residential units and commercial space on the first floor. Currently, the site is occupied by Mr. Webster's restaurant, down home delivery and catering, which will remain as the ground floor tenant in this proposal. The zoning sub-district here is local convenience, and we are cited by ISD for a couple of violations. The FAR, the required FAR is 1. We are proposing 6. The building height. The building height requirement in this zoning sub-district is 40 feet, and we are proposing 69. We have a rear yard violation, which is pre-existing non-conforming. And the restaurant use in this zoning sub-district is a forbidden use, and again, that is also pre-existing non-conforming. I'll turn it over to Catriel Tullian, who can go through the deck and give you guys a better understanding of what's going on at the site. Catriel?
Yes.
Yep.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Catriel Tullian. I am a principal and owner of Stack Architecture, the architects of this project. This is a 22-unit residential project, mixed use, with a restaurant component on the ground floor. As Derek mentioned, we are seeking rear yard setback relief, as well as height, open space. The building is currently 7 stories. It's a low-rise building with a height of 69 feet. It has a roof deck component. It occupies the entirety of the site. It has no parking proposed on the site currently.
Don't you want to talk about the units?
The units, we have 22 units, 4 of which are affordable. We have 5 one-bedroom units, 10 one-bedroom plus den units, 6 two-bedroom units and 1 three-bedroom unit, totaling 22 units, as I mentioned, and 4 of these units are affordable units. I think that is it. Is there any question from the board regarding the project?
Yeah, we can stop there and answer any questions, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board?
Yeah, quickly, a comment and a question. The comment is that I appreciate that I see some of the affordable units at 50% and 60%, so I appreciate having a lower AMI. The question is, do you also have vouchers from the Mayor's Office of Housing to increase affordability, or have you requested any vouchers?
No, we haven't. But we can work with MOH on that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the board?
Yeah, I have a quick one. I think I might have missed something. What is the name of that restaurant again?
Down Home Delivery and Catering. It's on the site. It's on the site currently, and it will remain.
Okay, all right, thank you.
That, may I have public testimony?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board. Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. This went through a lengthy BPA community process involving a public meeting back in early 2024. The applicant also met with the United Neighborhood Association, which was supportive of this proposal. With that, I'll defer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Madam Chair, we have a couple hands. Tim Gaimon, you can speak.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Timothy Guimon from District 4 City Councilor Brian Worrell's office. We just would like to go on the record in support of this project. We would also like to thank the team for considering adding the three-bedroom unit. The councilor is very much for making sure that our families are able to stay and thrive in the city. So we were happy to see that addition. So with that, the councilor is happy to support. And we also spoke with the Mount Bowden Betterment Association that also expressed their support. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have Quinn Balchit.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Quinn Balsich from the Boston Planning Department is here to echo Connor's statement, confirm the project did successfully go through the Article 80E small project review with a public meeting and strong showing of support through attendees of that meeting and submitted letters. The project ultimately received BPDA board approval in February 13th, 2025. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we have Four Corners Main Street.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you can hear me. My name is Marcos Beleche with Four Corners Main Streets, and I'm here to express our support for this project. The Webster family has been a long-standing investor and a part of our community, and I believe that this project itself is critical for the development of our area. It stands to catalyze much more investment, including some that has already happened right across the street. We support this, and again, as has been stated before, there was a long community process where Gary and his family engaged various stakeholders across the neighborhood, not simply the abutting neighborhood associations. So we very much appreciate your support for this project. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
Any other questions from the board? May I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
There a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Sorry, yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Have a good day.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1721785 with the address of 396 Harvard Street. If the applicant and/or their representative are present, would they please explain the case to the board?
Hello, my name is Ryan Salt, Madam Chair and members of the board.
So with this project here, currently the building as it stands, from the drawings you could tell that the building is a little old, and currently it is being used as a mosque, and it is legally an assembly over there. And what we are seeking to do is to be able to modify it a little bit, because the space for, yes, right there. When you see the dotted line, the blue line, that is the existing building, and we are trying to expand it a little bit because we have room to be able to do that. And that definitely triggers Article 96, Section 09, and that violation simply is excess square footage area and then excess insufficient side and front yards. And so we are here to appeal to the board to get an easement to be able to build this and or to add on to this building and bring it up to code. Currently, not everything that is in the building is up to code. So what we are here to do is to seek a variance and be able to bring the entire building up to code and add a little bit more of space to the activities of the mosque. If I could go to where the site plot plan is, I will be able to explain quite a bit on how, if I could get to the plot plan. Yeah, right there. So this here is the building, and then to the right is where the driveway is. We are seeking to just go about 8 feet and carry all the way to the back, and then from the back side of the building 20 feet, and that still gives us from the building to the back of the property line close to about 80 feet of space. And we did some calculations based on the occupancy load that is currently there. We should have enough sufficient parking and on the street as well.
Questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and members of the board, for the record, my name is Jeremy Bembury. I'm the Mattapan Community Engagement Specialist for the Office of Neighborhood Services. The applicant has completed the community process, which consisted of an abutters meeting facilitated on June 24th that was lightly attended with full in attendance. Concerns were raised regarding the occupancy, the size of the proposal, and parking concerns. Abutters felt constituents from outside of the neighborhood would drive in and increase the already congested area. With only a few parking spaces proposed, the streets would be crowded. One abutter did voice opposition for the proposal, maintaining the aforementioned concerns. Following the abutters meeting, no further community process was required, and the proposal was approved to move forward. To date, our office has not received any further community feedback. Thank you for your time, and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services would like to defer to the board with their judgment.
Thank you. Next, we have Tim Guidon.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Timothy Guimon from District 4 City Councilor Brian Worrell's office. We would like to go on record in support of this project. Places of worship are extremely valuable assets to the community, and it would be wonderful to see this building refurbished. So with that, happy to support.
Okay. Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
May I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I make a motion for approval.
Second. Second. Okay, Mr. Stenbridge.
Yes.
Mr. Valencia.
Yes.
Ms. Wewell.
Yes.
Mr. Langham.
Yes.
Mr. Collins.
Yes.
Ms. Panado.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you very much, members of the board.
Next, we have case BOA 1715853 with the address of 23 Shafter Street. If the applicant and or their representative are present, then please explain the case to the board.
Good morning, Madam Chair and board members. My name is Jennifer Haas, Principal Architect at Hue Architecture. My office is located at 53H Harvard Street in Dorchester. I am here this evening to represent the owners Devin Graham and wife Carmen Graham. They have lived and owned a two-family next door at 25 Shafter for 36 years. And they hope to build this new development at 23 Shafter so they can move into the first floor unit and age in place. I'll be presenting the design plans for you today. On the first page, you can see that the site is an empty lot that's being used as a garden space by the owners currently, and it is 3,021 square feet. It's approximately 74 feet by 40 feet. So the owner has groomed and landscaped this garden space for 36 years. The lot is in a 2F 5,000 zone. The houses on this block is comprised of both single families and two families. The abutting properties number 21 and 25 is a 3-family and a 2-family. We feel the proposed 2-family fits well in this neighboring context. Here is the proposed building on the lot, and I will talk more of the design where the shaded area is the massing of the proposed building, and you can see the massing of the proposed 2-family is similar to scale for 21 and 25 next door. And there is 2 parking spaces in the rear. So you can see the driveway is existing, and there's 2 proposed parking spaces in the rear. The zone, we can go to the next page. Thank you. Yes, the zoning variances are what we're asking relief for. I can answer questions if there's any for this page. Looking at the site plan now, we will retain the existing driveways, actually proposing 2 on-grade parking spaces, and then there will also be a handicap lift for the owners to use from the front porch, as well as a rear egress stair towards the parking. The next page will show that the first floor and the basement make up Unit 1, which is the owner's unit. Unit 1 will host 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, averaging 1,800 square feet. Carmen and Devin will mostly occupy the first floor unit because of the handicap accessibility. The basement unit will be used for family members when they come visit. The second floor and attic make up Unit 2. Unit 2 hosts 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, averaging 2,000 square feet. Devin and Graham are really caring for this to be a family owned unit, so they wanted larger spaces, and that's how they want to make up the more roomy type of family environment. The owner took a lot of care in making sure the design has large bedrooms and closet spaces. So on the next page is, on the front elevation, we designed a traditional gabled facade with dormers to resemble the neighboring 2.5-story dwellings. Both units will feature front and rear porches. Additionally, the owner will continue to maintain the front yard landscaping to ensure an attractive and desirable neighborhood aesthetic. That's the end of the presentation.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board?
Can you tell us the dimensions of those parking spaces and address the planning department's concern about maneuverability?
Yes. So they are at 9 feet by 18 feet. And so the owner owns the 25 next door, and they actually drive in. Basically, it's all paved space on that side. So in terms of maneuverability, they can actually be able to drive in and drive out using only their lot. And so it maybe takes another turn out. So it's instead of like a perfect coming in and 90-degree turning out, you have to kind of do a 3-point type of turn to get out. And it's just because it's pretty tight in the back. There's not really another way for them to back out. They have to back out, back front, and back out one more time to get out.
Other questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and members of the board, for the record, my name is Jeremy Bembury. I am the Dorchester Community Engagement Specialist for the Office of Neighborhood Services. The applicant has completed the community process, which consisted of an abutters meeting facilitated on May 27th with no abutters in attendance. The proposal moved forward and presented to Harvard Washington Norwell Neighborhood Association in June, where no vote was taken and the proposal was approved to move forward in the process. To date, our office has received 1 letter of opposition from an abutter that is opposed to construction and the noise of construction, as well as added traffic. Thank you for your time, and the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services would like to defer to the board for their judgment.
Next, we have Tim Gidman, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Timothy Guimond from District 4, City Councilor Brian Worrell's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support of this project. We did meet with the leadership of the Harvard Washington Norwell Association. They just confirmed that they did not have enough members to get to a quorum at their meeting, but there was not too many major concerns, and other residents of Schaefer Street have also expressed their non-opposition. So with that, we're happy to support.
Thank you.
Okay, Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
With that, may I have a motion?
A motion to approve with planning department review.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair and board members. Have a great day.
Next, we have case BOA 1761846 with the address of 413 to 419 Sharman Avenue. If the applicant and or the representative are present, would they please explain the case to the board?
Good morning, Madam Chairperson and the board. My name is the Reverend Eva Ortez. I'm the priest in charge at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. And we are here this morning petitioning for a change of use for St. Stephen's Church and Parish Hall, which is currently zoned as a church. We're asking for the property to be allowed to operate as a center for youth education and community center. St. Stephen's is located at the corner of Chalmette and San Juan, across the street from Blackstone Park, which you can see in this picture. All rooms at 419 are equipped with updated fire detection equipment, and there are two marked places of egress at the front and the back of the building. St. Stephen's Youth Program operates an after-school youth program for children ages 6 to 18, from 3 to 6 on from Monday through Friday, September through June, observing the same calendar as the Boston school system. Additionally, the youth program offers a summer enrichment program, July through August, 5 days a week from 8:30 to 3. We serve approximately 50 children, with 90% of the children arriving by foot or by school bus each afternoon. And then each afternoon, our staff walks to the Blackstone School and the Hurley School to escort the children to the church. The Blackstone School is located 0.1 miles away from the St. Stephen's, and the Hurley 0.2. Beginning at 5:30, the children can be picked up by their parents, and approximately 40% of the parents arrive by foot, while others come by car to pick up their kids. But we have a system that allows for the children to be taken to the parents' cars to minimize the amount of cars in the front of the building. We provide a meal for the kids at 3 p.m. and then offer assistance with homework, rotations, which are art, self-care, safety, etc. And that's who we are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. We think this is a fantastic proposal. We would like to request the shortest possible deferral possible. We do not get to run a community process on this project. Prior, we had given a temporary certificate of occupancy back in the summer of 2024, but there has not been a recent community process for this. So we don't envision any negative impacts in the neighborhood, but we would like to just have things be done correctly, procedural-wise. So yeah, with that, thank you.
Dear Madam Chair and members of the board, my name is Melissa Lowe, and I will be speaking on behalf of Councillor Flynn. Please note, Councillor Flynn sent a support letter to the board this morning on St. Stephen's application for a change of occupancy to church and community center / after school program and install a kitchen exhaust system. St. Stephen's offers support for neighbors through their youth programming and providing a gathering space for parishioners and the community. This particular space has served the South End neighborhood for years, and the change of occupancy would allow for an expansion of formal programming and meet licensing requirements. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have Indus Johnson.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Indus Johnson from at-large City Councilor Henry Santana's office. The councilor would like to go on record in support of this proposal. This space has long served as a vital hub for neighborhood gatherings and youth programs, and formalizing its status will enable expanded services that benefit our community, especially our youth. This change of occupancy will foster greater community engagement and support for residents of all ages. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have Maria Dominguez.
Hi, members of the board. My name is Maria Dominguez. I'm on the board of St. Stephen's Youth Programs and Church. I'm also a longtime community activist and the executive director of the Phillips Brooks House Association, which provides programming, youth programming across the city of Boston. My children have also participated in the program, and my family has been a member of the parish for over 50 years. I am, on behalf of all of those folks, asking the board to consider this rezoning. St. Stephen's, I know both from a professional and personal point of view, has really served de facto as a community center for everybody in the community for so many years. And we're really excited to take our programming to the next level and have more formal occupancy so we can continue to expand and look at licensing for our summer and school year programs. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
Okay, without, we don't have additional hands raised at the moment.
Yeah. Any other questions from the board?
Sorry, may I add too that Councilor Julia Mejia has also sent a letter of support citywide.
I think there is one person, Reese.
Okay, last hand.
So, yeah.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Lila Reese Gardner from 429 Shamet Ave. I've been a neighbor of St. Stephen's for 30 years. And about 20 years ago, I discovered that my dad's grandfather had helped obtain the land to build the little church. I am delighted with the work that St. Stephen's carries on, especially during this time when the South End has lost tons of social service programs. This is an unusual 1920s Italianate barrel vaulted little church that was built by the community in respect of the buildings around it. And it's amazing what the church is doing with the space available. A long honored history of so many social programs, including the food pantry and keeping so many families safe during the COVID with support educationally, socially, emotionally. As a former foster parent, I have benefited. I came to be a member of the congregation, and I think it's great that this church is maximizing the available space that's been under use for decades and has done so much to make it nicer, better, safer for the children and the parents that rely on it, not just Sunday, but throughout the week. Hearty support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. Thank you. Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes, great project and happy to support.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck, and thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1743094 with the address of 103 F Street. If the applicant and/or the representative are present, they please explain to the board.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Stenbridge. Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Ryan Spitz with Adams and Moranti, business address of 168 8th Street, first floor, South Boston. I am here today on behalf of the owner, Sean McClory. Also joining me today is the project architect, Tim Sheehan. This is a proposal to extend living space of an existing single family on a corner lot. Corner lot is approximately 1,260 square feet. The existing structure is 2.5 stories with the rear addition and 1 parking space also in the rear.
The proposal will extend the half-story to a full story with a flat roof. The existing rear addition will be removed and all 3 floors will be enlarged in the rear, increasing the existing footprint of the building on the side lot abutting Gold Street and more shallow on the side of the lot abutting 105 F Street. The proposal will add an additional parking space to the existing driveway without any changes to the current curb cut. The proposal is located within an MFR subdistrict. We were cited for the following violations. We have a roof structure restriction violation. This relief requires a conditional use permit as the existing roof line is being altered. 3-story buildings are aligned with the character of the neighborhood. We have a side yard insufficiency. 3 feet is required by code, and both side yards are pre-existing non-conforming. However, due to making the building deeper on Gold Street, we were cited for this violation. Further, the side yard closer to 105 F Street is being shortened. Given that this is a corner lot, the overall improves the conditions for the immediate direct abutter at 105 F Street. We have a front yard violation. This violation, again, is a pre-existing nonconformity, but we're being cited for this for the relief due to the vertical addition, and it is not worsening the current front yard condition. We have a floor area ratio violation. A 2.0 is compliant under the code, and this proposal calls for a 2.06. However, most buildings in this area seems to have a far greater FAR than 2.0. And lastly, we have an off-street parking violation for design maneuverability of the additional space being created. But again, this will not create any issues as this is a single-family dwelling. So at this point, Madam Chair, I'm going to turn it back over to you and the board for any questions.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board? Hearing none, is there public testimony?
Good morning, Madam Chair and board members. Siggy Johnson with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on June 24th, at which an abutter raised a concern about the proposed shape of the roof. A different abutter also raised a concern that there was no side-by-side elevation drawn with the neighboring building to evaluate how the building fits into the context of the street. The Cityside Neighborhood Association is the active civic group in this area, and they took no position on the proposal. With that background, our office defers judgment to the board. Thank you.
We have Melissa from Council Flynn.
Thank you. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Melissa, and I will be speaking on behalf of Councilor Flynn. Councilor Flynn would like to go on record in support based on a good community process that the site is remaining a single family and the attention to parking due to South Boston's existing parking crisis. He respectfully requests that the proponent to work closely with neighbors and abutters on any quality of life issues that may arise during the construction phase. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
With that, may I have a motion?
Motion of approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Stenbridge?
Yeah.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Next, we have case BOA 1655448 with the address of 10 West Cedar Street. If the applicant and or their representative are present, will they please explain the case to the board?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. My name is Timothy Burke. I'm the architect for the project. I have a business address of 142 Berkeley Street in Boston. Thank you for the opportunity to present this proposal. My client has a single family house on West Cedar Street, and the idea is to build a small addition on the back at the garden level that will allow them to enjoy the garden all year round, as the existing house is somewhat closed off from the garden. The relief needed is for FAR. The house is, the maximum FAR in this H265 district is 2, and current FAR is 2.72. We're looking for a modest increase to 2.88. And the addition is not really visible from any of the neighbors except from upper stories, so it's a very low impact and Welby feels a really nice project for the family. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Are there questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and board members, Siggy Johnson with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office hosted an abutters meeting on October 7th of 2024, at which no concerns were raised. The Beacon Hill Civic Association has met with the applicant and is in non-opposition to the proposal. With that background, ONS defers judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Christian Simonelli.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Christian Simonelli, Boston Groundwater Trust, and we have both G-card letters from the applicant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, there are no additional comments.
Okay, with that, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Next, we have two companion cases. The first is case BOA 1703137 with the address of 1 Gloucester Street. Along with that, we have case BOA 1703140, also with the address of 1 Gloucester Street. If the applicant and/or the representative are present, would they please explain the cases to the board?
Yes, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Jay Walsh on behalf of the property owner, Alexandra Demeter. What we're seeking today is to change the legal occupancy of 1 Gloucester Street from 10 residential units to 11. However, there is no work to be done. That 11th residential unit is existing. This was discovered upon a routine inspection of the building that the documentation at ISD only reflected 10 residential units at the building, while there have been 11 in existence for a long time. We submitted paperwork to ISD for clarity at the occupancy committee. That included documentation from what was known as the Rent Equity Board in 1986, along with tax records that showed that the building being 11 residential units. ISD preferred that we seek full legalization of that or a change of occupancy from 10 to 11 by going through the process of the ZBA, which we're here today. I believe that the building code call out that was referenced was due to the size of the units that don't meet today's code. However, at the time of construction, they were believed to be sufficient. Also in December of 2024, we conducted a walkthrough of the site with a building inspector from ISD and determined that, you know, the building had 12 electrical meters, 11 for the units and 1 for common areas, and it met all of the access and egress requirements for the units to be occupied. And I believe that our zoning violations that we have today are due to parking. There is no on-site parking today for any of the 11 units, and there are no plans for any to be added.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the board? Hearing none, may I have public testimony?
Madam Chair and board members, Siggy Johnson with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This petitioner completed the ONS community process. Our office oversaw distribution of an informational flyer to all abutters within 300 feet, which solicited no comments to our office. The Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay has met with the applicant and they're in non-opposition. With that background, our office defers judgment to the board. Thank you.
Thank you.
And next we have Sam Courage.
Morning, Chair, members of the board. This is Samantha Courage from Councillor Durkin's office. The councillor is in support of this proposal, given its de minimis changes. Thanks so much.
Madam Chair, we don't have additional hands raised at the moment.
With that, may I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
There a second?
Second.
Mr. Stenbridge?
Yes.
Mr. Valencia?
Yes.
Ms. Wewell?
Yes.
Mr. Langham?
Yes.
Mr. Collins?
Yes.
Ms. Panado?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion carries. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, I will see everyone back at 11.
Recording stopped.